Hey there, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope it's good to see me too. It's been some years since I've been active, but I'm back. I'll be returning to a regular streaming and posting schedule, and I could not be more excited. I've done a few streams as I've been ramping back up, and people have been asking me why I stepped away in the first place. So I wanted to make a quick video sharing transparently where I've been, why I'm back, and what's in store. And if you're here, that means you care enough to want to know what I've been up to, and that means the world to me. So let's rewind. In 2022, I had been streaming regularly for a couple of years, and I figured out how to make quality TikTok content, multi-stream, and I finally felt like I was starting to gain some momentum. Meanwhile, I had a full-time job, but it was remote and flexible, which allowed me to maintain a consistent streaming and posting schedule. In 2023, however, I got a new job in the influencer marketing space, and it was so exciting working with influencers and celebrities who I look up to myself. But where are those influencers and celebrities located? Los Angeles, West Coast, and I am based on the East Coast. And due to the time zones, if their workday is 9 to 5, that means my workday is 12 to 8. Although my job description said that my work hours were 10 to 6, the silent expectation and the inevitable reality was that I was working until 8 most days. And if my workday ended at 8, there's just no way that I could keep a consistent streaming schedule while maintaining any work-life balance for any meaningful amount of time without burning out. And when it comes to content, consistency is everything. So without it, it just felt kind of pointless to stream intermittently. So I stepped away from streaming, but I continue to make content for some time. And I did experiment with some fun green screen content, which actually helped me land a top 4 finish at the Carvana Energy Combine. And let me tell you, that was such an incredible once in a lifetime opportunity for me. But it just kind of felt like the perfect, mic drop moment, especially considering that my work had become even more demanding and I hardly had time for content at all anymore. So I just quietly stepped away altogether. I figured I was at the point in my life where I should be focusing on my career anyways. That was until about a year later when the same company that I devoted all of my time and energy to ambushed me with an HR meeting out of nowhere, and I was let go. And that stung, Unfortunately, it's a painfully common practice in corporate America. I just couldn't waste time feeling sorry for myself. At that point, I pretty much made applying to jobs my full-time job. I got my resume reviewed professionally, tailored it to every job description, custom cover letters, the whole 9 yards. But I did not anticipate how horrible the job market would become. Like, I have an advanced degree and 5 years of engineering and management experience, and it just feels impossible to find work. I was fortunate to land a 3-month contract period last year, but once that was over, I was back to square one. And just to put this into perspective a little bit, 40 years ago, job seekers had to apply to an average of 3 jobs to get hired. Today, that number is 1,200. 1,200. And I've applied to precisely that many jobs in the past 3 or 4 months. Probably close to 2,500 in the past year. This is the new reality for millions of people like me, and it's only getting worse. I've seen Andrew Yang calling this the AI job apocalypse. I have a lot I could say about this subject that I'll just save for another time, but just speaking from my personal experience, I just can't tell you how demoralizing it is spending all day, every day for a year applying to jobs and just receiving rejection email after rejection email, or making it to an interview process, some of which takes months just to be ghosted in the end. It truly feels like I spent 5 years in college and another 5 years building a career that no longer exists to no fault of my own. 10 years of my life and all my student loans for essentially nothing. And to be clear, I would not wish being a victim of this job market on even my worst enemy. Like, I've read the words, "Unfortunately, we've decided to move forward with another candidate for this position," more times in the past 3 months than any one person should have to read in their entire life. And the toll that it's taken on my mental health is undeniable. Like, I don't feel like a real person, and that needs to change. My goal is to rediscover the passion that I had for streaming and content creation a few short years ago. I'm eager to reconnect with my community that has already begun to welcome me back like I never left. And I'm determined to prove that I have what it takes to be one of the best creators in Rocket League and beyond. And I intend to start by making up for lost time. Streams every day at 5 p.m. Eastern. Well, let's just say weekdays to start, but I'll multi-stream on Twitch and TikTok, maybe even YouTube and Kick as well. I'd like to post short form content every day if I can, but I do want to avoid like the low quality filler type content So in reality, it might be closer to 3 to 5 short form videos a week. And I do eventually want to create more long form content as well. But first, I just want to get back into a nice routine of creating short form content and streaming. I also want to diversify from Rocket League just a little bit. I'm Celestial in Marvel Rivals, which is top 1% in that game, and I've really been enjoying it lately. I might even mix in some variety, like some friend slop games or horror, like maybe even going back to my Phasmophobia roots. We'll see. But my first order of business is going to be getting remonetized on TikTok. I think I need 100,000 views in a 30-day span, which I feel like wouldn't be too hard, but it's just going to depend on whether the algorithm lets me pick up where I left off. Algorithms are fickle, so we'll see, but if you guys see me reposting old content to farm views, just mind your own business, okay? Then I would like to get monetized on YouTube, which I think requires 4,000 watch hours. And I'll most likely be multi-streaming on YouTube. So if my homies wouldn't mind leaving a lurk on YouTube to help me get monetized over there, that would be super appreciated. And lastly, my long-term goal would be achieving Twitch Partner, which I hope I could achieve within a year or so. And that might also tie into a potential rebrand down the road. You see, my friends at Epic Games decided to quietly update Rocket League's profanity filter. So after years of developing my brand, the word liquor is now censored in game, meaning my name shows up as asterisks unless I spell liquor like this. To be totally fair though, I recognize that having the word liquor in my name doesn't exactly do me any favors with the branding side of things. In fact, probably limits my reach quite a bit and even my ability to obtain brand deals while making content for a game that's E for everyone. In fact, I would love to drop the liquor and just go buy bagels, but I'd have to imagine that it would be a nightmare to try to find a clean handle that's unified across platforms. My understanding though is that Twitch partners receive additional consideration and preference for their handles, even including ones that are already taken. So if I can achieve Twitch partner, rebranding becomes a whole lot easier. I still have a long way to go to get there though, and in the meantime, I do have existing brand assets and some name recognition, so I'll just stick with Liquor Bagels for now. At this point, I'm sure some of you are like, if you lost your job a year ago, why didn't you come back to streaming sooner? Yeah, I was treating job applications like a full-time job, but I definitely could have afforded some time to stream again. And it was a number of factors, really. First, I had been overly optimistic about how long it would take me to get a new job. Like, why should I get back into content if I'm gonna get a new job in 3 months and maybe have to put it back down again anyway? Well, clearly that hasn't worked out. And fortunately for you guys, I've all but given up on a traditional career entirely. At least I've automated my application process using AI. As I saw a recent tweet put very eloquently, this job market is so bad that I'm chasing my dreams. Also though, I was a little bit paralyzed with indecision about whether or not I should rebrand before coming back. Couple that with a sense of self-doubt that people will have forgotten about me or that the social algorithms will have betrayed me because I haven't posted in so long. It all sort of ties into this perfectionism that I have, that conditions need to be perfect or else something's not worth doing. But I've realized that nothing needs to be perfect. You just have to do it. Shout out Nike. I swear that I saw a quote from a creator somewhere like a year ago. I can't place it now, but it was something like, nobody cares, create better content. And my interpretation of that is like, nobody cares or even notices these small details that I'm obsessing over. Nobody cares about the content I made last week or last year. The only thing that matters is improving the content that I make now and in the future and just going out there and making it. And for me, that mentality shift is so empowering. I believe in myself now more than ever, and I hope you guys believe in me too. I've never actually done this content thing full time before, but I'm confident that if I give it everything that I got, that I can make it. And this job market sucks for so many people. And I acknowledge that I'm so fortunate to have a near 6-figure follower audience across my socials and such a supportive community to lift me up. Like, I'm so grateful. And I want to succeed now for the people that believed in me from the beginning, the people that never stopped believing in me, even after all this time away. I want to do it for you guys as much as I want to do it for myself. And I want nothing more than to look back on this video a year from now, 2 years, however long it takes, to be waking up every day and living my dream, doing what I love and doing it better than anyone. And your support can make a huge difference. To get things back up and running, positive engagement on my socials would help a ton, especially on TikTok. And of course, hanging out during my streams at 5 p.m. or even just leaving a lurk will help me so much to achieve YouTube monetization and Twitch partner. But listen, I'm not just asking for handouts. I want to deliver on your high expectations for my content day after day. I want my streams to be a place that you look forward to spending your time. And most importantly, I want to foster a community that we can all be proud to be a part of. It's that simple. I think that's all I have for now. But if anybody has any questions or comments, like, I'm an open book, so feel free to reply below or drop me a message during one of my streams. I'll look forward to seeing more of you guys real soon. Thanks for watching.